Aloha. This is Emily Thoreau-Threat, host of the Grief and Happiness podcast. Every Friday, I share with you my love notes, giving you a little something to think about as you navigate through your grief journey, finding happiness expanding along your way. And every Tuesday, I post my regular podcast sharing wonderful conversations with people you can relate to and who offer you encouraging ideas and helpful inspiration. I'm so grateful you're joining me and look forward to hearing from you, your thoughts. Aloha. My short podcast today for you is, what can you create? Several months after Ron died, a good friend of ours who was much younger died suddenly. Feeling a deep connection with his wife, I immediately wrote a letter, including everything I could think that she needed to know at that moment. She'd not thought before of all this that I wrote about what would happen. And I knew what she was dealing with because I'd lost 2 husbands. She let me know how helpful my advice was and how much she appreciated it when it made me think that there must be something else I could do. I knew one of the hardest things for me was after the services were over for both husbands, all my friends got back to their own lives and I felt very alone. So I decided I'd write her a note every week for the first year after her husband died. I ended up writing the content for all 52 notes in 2 days. Once I started writing them, they just poured out. Each message offered a different perspective for her to think about. I live on Maui and I love taking pictures with my phone of all the beauty here. So I created note cards that I could print from my computer that each had a different picture I took. Then I printed the message inside that I put in them in order in a box so that I could easily pull one out and mail each Monday, sometimes writing an additional note. She let me know how much those cards meant to her, and I was thrilled at the support they gave her. So I decided that writing those 52 different messages was an outline for a book. And I ended up writing a book, actually 2 books. The first one, Loving and Living Your Way Through Grief, and the second one, The Grief and Happiness Handbook, were guided by all that I wrote on those cards. And now I'm actually publishing the cards so that anyone can get a box of 52 cards and you can use them for yourself, pulling out a card whenever you want some support, or you can get a box of cards and mail one of the cards every week to a friend who's dealing with loss. That can really help. I love the process of creating those cards, and I think you can find something to create too. It doesn't have to be something like cards. I've also started watercoloring and drawing after I've been dealing with loss because it really helps me feel better to express myself. And I love to share the things that I'm drawing and painting. So what can you create? Can you take a class? Can you take a class with someone you'd been wanting to spend more time with? Can you create a new recipe? Can you create a new garden in your yard? Whatever it is, there's something that you're going to get benefit from that you can create, and others can get benefit from what you create too. And that's even better. I'd love to hear what you've done or plan to do. What you create can inspire someone else too. Please reply to me, contact me, and let me know what you're creating. Get creative and have fun. Do you want more comfort, support, and happiness? Join the Grief and Happiness Alliance. Visit my website at lovingandlivingyourwaythroughgrief.com and read my book, Loving and Living Your Way Through Grief. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast, rate it, review it, and binge on all our episodes on grief and happiness. I can't wait to welcome you back to another episode